the momentum. Boost they need to break this game open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
Young's shot is off.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Here's Martin. Oh! And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And I'd have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow-motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And here's Martin. Up in time. No good on the last second attempt there. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. West All-Stars lead by 4. And
it's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
An amazing first half of basketball. And it looks like we've got a game on our hands that will cap off this great weekend in style. The East and West both giving the fans everything.
One half remaining in the NBA All-Star Game. Good to have you along on 2K Sports.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything, though, the second has even more in store for us.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it's going to be a spectacular final 2 quarters.
Trae Young is out there with Paul George. Then there's and it's Durant, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the power forward. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars. Tipped away. It's stolen by Martin. Drives to the hoop, and he goes big with the dunk right over DeAndre Ayton.
Oh, and the crowd goes crazy after seeing that finish.
Yep, a throwdown appropriate for the occasion. That's how to get these fans revved up and excited.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning Mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one. And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated play.
Martin up top, Antetokounmpo defending, and finished off by Martin.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that note.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from 8. Young with the steal. And now Young running the floor all by himself. And they get it back.
Well, you have to be really on your toes when you're defending Paul George. He's excellent when it comes to using the pump fake to draw fouls.
The East All-Stars shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. The first free throw is good. And George drops them both.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Martin with it. 43 points in the game. There's the...
Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
And once he got up in the air, he just decided, you know what, I'm going to stay here for a while. I'm going to hit you with a little float. Float on. And then finally takes it down for the finish.
You mentioned the float.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And now that's what these people came to see, just punishing the rim.
Boy, that was tremendous. That one would be worth some points in the dunk contest.
The West All-Stars have shot just one free throw early. 1 for 1 in the game. Free throw good, Martin. And so Martin nails both of them.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
And dunks it right on top of Trae Young. Wow!
You know, we always get some great dunks in this game, and I think we can add that to the list.
Check out the reaction. Listen to that. I mean, that slam was a raise the roofer.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Ayton against Martin. 6 on the shot clock. Passes it to Young. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. Martin's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And the shot is good. Martin's got 51.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Oh, the power on that throwdown. Between the legs, and he dunks it home.
Are you kidding me? This fella knows how to give these fans their money's worth.
Timeout called. East All-Star. Hey, Clark, you played in a very physical era. What do you think about the way fouls are called right now?
I really don't have a problem with it, Kevin. I mean, some of the fouls that were allowed in years past, way back in the 70s and 80s, I mean, those were borderline flagrant 3 kind of fouls. The game was more physical, and it was accepted as such, but I don't know if that was necessarily good for the game. I think now, the way they have it set up and the way it's officiated as it relates to physicality and flagrant fouls, yeah, it may be a little bit too far the other way, but I think it's the right balance overall.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Young.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident. Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Martin. Good work there as it goes. Martin's...
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
On the court for the West All-Stars, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Martin. That's the Beast. And it's LeBron. And it's ball in at point.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Here's Martin, and he drives in.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Now George shoots over ball, and it's George missing. 1:27 left here in the fourth quarter. George against Martin. And there it is for him.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
The shot's good. Young's got 7 now in this quarter.
One of the most dangerous scorers in the game.
Oh, man.
I'd have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
From deep, George. LeBron grabs the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Ball with the bucket. 2 points.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
A nice shot by Young.
And how about Young being active and getting after it on the glass? This type of play demonstrates leadership.
Here's Martin. LeBron trying to free himself up. Martin with the bucket.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
And it's Ayton missing. And here's the West with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Martin against Young. Now here is Martin. Launches a 3. That's good.
Major dominance, and it comes so easily for him. Fantastic.